Yeah, okay. So hi everyone, I'm Shivalika. I just wanted to say thanks to the ZenML team and the judges for giving me a chance to showcase my project here. So as you can see, my project is called Check Easy Banking with Transformers. And before I show you the actual project, I just want to give a high level overview of what check processing looks like within the Indian banking system. So hypothetically, let's assume Hamza gave me a check, and then I go to my bank and deposit that check. And my bank will basically scan that check and send it to a central body called the clearinghouse. And then the clearinghouse will basically request Hamza's bank for a bunch of his details, maybe his signature and his account related details. And then it would basically do a bunch of few things to verify, right? It would basically check whether the date on the check is valid or not, if the amount in figures is matching with the amount in words, if his signature is matching or not. So every check basically that is submitted to the bank has to go through this elaborate process. And now imagine if a bank has thousands of branches serving millions of customers, uh, even if as low as 30 to 50 checks are deposited at a single branch, you would still end up with hundreds of thousands of checks that need to be processed within a single day across, the multiple branches of the bank. So clearly, you cannot scale this problem without machine learning. And the solution, the model that I have chosen to implement this solution is Donut, which is a new deep learning model for visual document understanding kind of tasks. And I've fine tuned it on the task of information extraction. And there were a bunch of reasons why I chose Donut. Firstly, I needed something that was accuracy, that had high accuracy, because we're dealing with financial data and money is at stake. Next is I needed something that was cost effective, especially during inference, because we would need to process hundreds of thousands of checks. Next is I needed something that could be easily extended to a multilingual setting, because in India, people submit checks in lots of different languages. Now, going forward, of course, having just the model that can extract these details is not enough. You need a whole pipeline that can help you basically uh, build and sustain this model. So that's where ZenML comes into picture, and I was able to create a bunch of different pipelines to basically build the end-to-end solution for this use case. Before we even get to the training of the model, I needed something to basically take in raw data, being able to annotate it, process it further, and to create the final data set that can be used to train the model. Um, then I needed a training and deployment pipeline, which I can use to do the actual training of uh, the model, evaluate it, and then finally deploy it. And finally, I needed a pipeline for doing inference where I can load the incoming data, send the request to the model, and get the final prediction results. Uh, as all of you know, with ZenML, it's very easy to set up the infrastructure that you need to run all your pipelines. And I was able to create those stacks and with a bunch of different components that I required. In my case, the data processing stack is slightly different from the training and inference stack. And all of that is very easy to set up using ZenML. I've used Label Studio as annotator and MLflow for experiment tracking and model deployment. Um, and here is the final demo of the project is available on Hugging Face Spaces. And I'll just quickly show, this is a simple app. I'll just quickly load in a new check and just click on this call donut button. And once it finishes running, you will be able to see that it extracts all these fields like the name of the payee, the amount in words, the amount in figures, the date of the check, the name of the bank, and a bunch of these details. So as you can see, it has extracted all these details. And then it's done a few additional post-processing checks, like comparing the uh, basically the amount in words with the amount in figures, and checking if the check is expired or still valid. This check is dated 6th May, and right now it's November, so it's been more than 3 months. So this check is stale. So yeah, this is just a simple app of and explores shows up how this uh, how to go about implementing one aspect of this solution. Of course, there's like a bunch of other things that can be done to enhance this project. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for your time.